She don't cook.
I'm sorry.
She don't cook.
It's weird.
I'm in a place for things, and I think Megyn is doing everything with clicks in mind. What will get the clicks? What will generate the interest?
Now, welcome to MasterChef Australia 6, Meghan Markle! We've had MasterChef royalty in the kitchen before, but no one like this. All the way from sunny California.
It doesn't work for you to shoulders back, breasts out, headlights going, and try to look as bitchy as possible.
Meghan Markle travelled all the way to Australia for what many expected would be a major television moment. Appearing on one of the country's biggest cooking competitions should have been the perfect opportunity to reinforce the image she has spent years building around food, entertaining, and home cooking. Instead, the appearance quickly sparked a wave of criticism online, with viewers questioning whether the visit achieved the opposite of what was intended.
Hey Megs, go.
Trick that people do with pineapple, instead of just cutting it,
hold it steady, you ginger pots!
To make the perfect little bite, you follow the wedge. When nature has given you all the cues on how to have a perfect taste of something.
Oh, how fun is that? I love it.
Before long, clips from the episode were spreading across social media, and commentators wasted no time picking apart nearly every moment. One of the strongest reactions came from Megyn Kelly, who described the appearance as a complete disaster during her show. Her criticism centered on one simple point. If someone has built a large part of their public brand around cooking and lifestyle content, people naturally expect them to feel comfortable discussing food. According to Kelly, that confidence never really appeared on screen. That criticism only grew louder after one particular exchange. Megyn was asked what should have been one of the easiest questions imaginable. What is her favourite meal to prepare for her family at home? It sounded like a perfect opportunity to share a personal story or mention a favourite recipe. Instead, the response immediately became one of the most talked about moments from the episode.
Can I ask you, please, Megyn, what is your favorite dish to cook for the family?
It's a tough one because I have a lot of palates to appease. My husband, being from the UK, loves a lot of meat, potatoes, cream sauce. California girl, I like grilled fish, grilled meats, lots of citrus. I just like using really pure natural herbs and spices. You know, again, if you can pull fresh herbs, like, do you say herbs or herbs here?
We say herbs. You do?
Many viewers felt she hesitated for much longer than expected. Rather than answering straight away, she paused before saying, "Oh, that's such a great question. That's such a great question." Those words quickly became the focus of countless discussions online. For many people watching, it looked less like a natural reaction and more like someone trying to buy a few extra seconds to think of an answer. Commentators soon started joking that if someone appears on a cooking competition, being asked about their favourite family meal should be the easiest question of the entire day. Instead, they argued the hesitation made the exchange feel surprisingly awkward. As more people watched the clip, the reactions became even more creative. Some joked that the only thing she had mastered was making popcorn. Others sarcastically suggested her signature recipe was word salad, poking fun at the way she answered the question instead of naming an actual dish. The humour kept escalating as more viewers joined the conversation, turning what was meant to be a light television appearance into one of the most discussed entertainment stories of the week.
Why can't she name the favorite meal? I've got a lot of palates to appease. So does every mother on earth. What are you saying? Of course, obviously you have more than one child. You do, but somehow we managed to find an option, and most mothers, or fathers if they're the family cook, would have it at the ready, Dan.
This woman is being paid millions of dollars to show how to cut into a pineapple.
My God, who the hell is sated by one tiny little bite of pineapple?
And that was only the beginning. The episode reportedly included a homemade pesto that quickly became another talking point, with critics questioning some of the ingredients used. Then came an unexpected phone call that many viewers described as awkward rather than heartwarming. Add in several facial expressions that instantly became internet memes, and it wasn't long before almost every scene from the episode was being replayed and analysed from every angle. There were also reports circulating from Sydney suggesting that one of the judges became emotional during filming. While that story generated plenty of discussion on its own, many commentators argued it wasn't even the biggest source of second-hand embarrassment.
Oh my God, Miss Meghan Markle.
In their view, the most uncomfortable moments came simply from watching Meghan interact throughout the episode, without the carefully controlled environment people have come to expect from polished interviews and promotional appearances. Looking back, many observers believe the turning point happened with that single question about cooking at home. It was a straightforward invitation to connect with viewers through something personal and familiar. Instead, the hesitation, the repeated phrase, and the lack of a clear answer ended up overshadowing almost everything else that happened on the show.
Sorry to interrupt. We've had a phone call to studio.
Hi, my love.
Good
Hi. My husband's here.
Wow! They don't give a shit.
I want you to meet the judges.
For critics, it became the moment that defined the entire appearance, and from that point forward, the conversation moved away from cooking itself and focused almost entirely on how Meghan handled the spotlight. As the episode continued, the online reactions only became stronger. One remark that gained plenty of attention pointed out that hundreds of viewers seemed to agree on the same conclusion. According to those critics, Meghan had spent years presenting herself as someone who loves cooking. Yet when she finally had the chance to demonstrate that passion on one of the biggest cooking shows in the world, she struggled to describe even a single meal she regularly prepares at home.
Meghan Markle may have thought her appearance on Australian MasterChef would help, propel her image as a chef, and yet somehow the appearance has turned into master mess. Because according to reports, Meghan Markle made one of the co-hosts cry over the use of the word royalty, which is utterly bizarre as Meghan is obsessed with her own title.
Then came another moment that quickly became a talking point. Meghan mentioned making pesto using carrot tops instead of throwing them away. While some people appreciated the idea of reducing food waste, plenty of commentators focused on it for an entirely different reason. They argued that after all the anticipation surrounding her appearance, viewers were expecting something much more memorable than a simple pesto recipe. Critics also questioned the lifestyle image she has worked hard to create over the past few years. They pointed to her food products, recipe ideas, and home-focused branding, saying those projects naturally raise expectations. In their view, appearing on a major cooking competition without confidently discussing cooking made the branding feel less convincing than intended.
I think our PR team launched out with some feelers, trying to see who might be somewhat interested in her appearance. And she was like, yes, let's do MasterChef. She has a business based in the kitchen. She has a show based in the kitchen. But unfortunately for the woman, I don't think she enjoys being in the kitchen. And that's a really, really hard step.
That perception quickly spread through entertainment commentary. Some argued Meghan seemed more interested in presenting the image of a home cook than demonstrating practical experience in the kitchen. Others described the appearance as someone playing the role rather than comfortably living it. Whether that assessment is fair or not, it became one of the dominant themes in the conversation surrounding the episode. The jokes continued pouring in. Some viewers said she talked for a long time without ever giving a direct answer. Others claimed her responses sounded polished but lacked the simple details people expected from someone passionate about cooking.
All she does is crudités and dips and fruit. So she's a woman who has a cooking and lifestyle show, who sells cooking and lifestyle products, is appearing on a cooking reality show, but she doesn't cook. She makes dips with crudités. Because I'm sorry, that is the easiest question to answer. And she doesn't cook for Harry. Poor Harry. He's not getting home cooking from Meghan Markle again.
Before long, the discussion had shifted away from the competition itself and toward Meghan's communication style. Then, the dessert segment arrived, and another exchange caught people's attention. When told she could sample anything available in the kitchen, Meghan reportedly joked about choosing whatever could be picked before the conversation turned toward chocolate. The moment was intended to be light-hearted, but online critics once again dissected every word, with many saying it felt awkward rather than natural. Like several earlier moments in the episode, it was clipped, shared, and replayed across countless social media accounts. Many viewers admitted they re-watched the earlier conversation about her favourite family meal more than once because they simply couldn't believe how much discussion it had generated.
Totally agree. And it was obvious when you watched her stupid show that her biggest recipe was the Martha Stewart recipe for one-pot pasta, which she stole. It was very clear if you line up the two recipes next to each other, they are virtually identical, which tells you a lot.
A little bit nervy, Casper?
well. You know,
nervy.
The ticket to the semi-finals is on the line, and very high caliber guest judge. So, yeah.
That's so sweet.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. She should have been like, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Did you see my show? It got canceled.
For critics, that brief hesitation ended up becoming the defining image of the entire appearance. Rather than remembering the recipes, the contestants, or the cooking challenges, people kept returning to those same few seconds. But according to several television commentators, the food itself wasn't even the biggest issue. Columnist Maureen Callahan focused instead on Meghan's on-screen reactions. She argued that during moments when the attention shifted to other people, Meghan's expressions appeared noticeably different. Callahan suggested there were occasions where her facial expressions looked less engaged, an observation that quickly sparked even more debate online. From there, countless viewers began analysing every smile, pause, and reaction shot. Some joked that certain expressions looked almost frozen, while others compared them to looping reaction images seen across the internet.
Kids jump in a lot, especially with the garden. I think it's such a nice luxury to be able to have so much space and things to cook. And if they say, Mama, can I have dessert? You say, if you can pick it, you can have it. So
you can't pick chocolate.
No, you can't pick chocolate, which is great. So you can go pick a nice piece of fruit or whatnot. But no, we always have a nice, as my husband would say, pud after dinner.
Oh, those poor children. If you can't pick it off a tree, you can't have it as dessert. So... Okay, great. Sounds like a lot of fun, Dan.
She's that mum, isn't she? Using her Duchess title in order to make money in the entertainment industry. So the fact poor Po mentioned the word royalty is totally irrelevant to that. It's the use of the word and the term Duchess as part of a challenge in a reality TV show, which I think would have left the late Queen Elizabeth II completely horrified.
A few even claimed she appeared to be thinking carefully before every response, leading to playful comparisons with a computer briefly pausing before loading its next command. Those comments were clearly intended as humour, but they spread rapidly and became part of the wider discussions surrounding the episode. Her outfit also became a surprising topic of conversation. While the MasterChef set featured bright colours, energetic contestants, and a cheerful atmosphere, Meghan chose a completely black outfit. Critics argued the choice stood out against the colourful backdrop, with some saying it looked far more formal than viewers typically expect from a relaxed daytime cooking programme. Whether intentional or simply a personal style preference, it became yet another detail that audiences debated almost as much as the cooking itself. By the time the tasting segments began, many online discussions had already moved beyond the recipes entirely. Instead of talking about the food on screen, people were analysing Meghan's answers, her expressions, her wardrobe, and nearly every interaction she had throughout the episode.
I spent the morning watching that fucking Meghan Markle special, and it sobered me right up.
The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle!
And it's just pretty disgusting. And I think, again, proves who Meghan Markle really is. She's just shallow, vain, and vapid. It's all about the Instagram clicks, all about the follows for her. She cares nothing really for her husband, his trauma, the death of his mother, anything like that, or even her own children. They are all there for her personal exploitation for money and cash.
For better or worse, those moments became the real story people remembered long after the cameras stopped rolling. The tasting portion of the episode didn't do much to quiet the criticism either. One particular moment quickly went viral after Meghan sampled a spoonful of celeriac ice cream. What should have been a quick taste turned into a sequence that many viewers felt lasted far longer than necessary. Critics argued that every pause, expression, and reaction seemed unusually drawn out, making the moment feel more theatrical than spontaneous. Several entertainment commentators pointed to her facial expressions, suggesting they looked overly dramatic for what was simply a tasting challenge. According to those critics, the reaction appeared exaggerated enough that it distracted from the chef and the dish itself. Instead of discussing the creativity behind the dessert, much of the conversation shifted toward Meghan's body language. That theme carried through the rest of the episode. Observers noted the repeated head tilts, carefully timed pauses, and measured expressions, saying they gave the impression that every reaction was being considered before it happened. Whether viewers agreed or disagreed with those observations, the clips spread rapidly and became another major talking point.
I do have is a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills like Just give me a sec.
Writing stuff on banana?
Some commentators also found it surprising considering Meghan's acting background. Having spent years working on television, they expected her to appear completely at ease in front of the cameras. Instead, critics argued that some interactions came across as more rehearsed than natural. One television reviewer even questioned why casual conversations sometimes appeared more difficult than scripted performances, a remark that quickly gained attention across entertainment coverage. That comparison became even more noticeable whenever Meghan appeared alongside chef Po Ling Yeow. Throughout the episode, Po maintained the cheerful, energetic style that audiences have come to expect from her. She laughed easily, encouraged contestants, and brought plenty of warmth to every interaction. As viewers watched the two share the screen, many began comparing their different communication styles. Supporters of Po praised how effortlessly she connected with the contestants, while critics claim Meghan struggled to match that same relaxed energy. Some entertainment writers even suggested Po occasionally appeared to be carrying the conversation herself whenever exchanges became awkward. Whether that impression reflected reality or simply clever editing became another topic of debate after the broadcast. By this point, online discussion had become less about the competition and more about every small interaction taking place around it.
So, looking around and wondering, how on earth did I get here?
She's lazy. I don't think she wants to work. They don't want to work. They want to twerk and sit around and film videos. So I think she should actually run for office because Meghan Markle, you're lazy.
Pedro, you're a brilliant cook, but you definitely need to try everything together with this dessert.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even more so than usual. I would
Meghan
say.
nods.
Yep.
Yeah, what she said. She took forever to get the spoon up to her mouth. Like, that was her evincing her disgust. Like, she didn't want to try it. She was already disgusted when he said he was going to do it. In fact, she was out.
The contestants were still producing impressive dishes, but many viewers admitted the internet seemed far more interested in analysing Meghan's reactions than the actual cooking challenges unfolding in front of them. Then came the moment that generated arguably the biggest response of the entire episode. Without much warning, Prince Harry suddenly appeared during a FaceTime call displayed on the large studio screen. The surprise cameo immediately shifted attention away from the contestants and onto the royal couple. Within minutes, clips of the moment were circulating online, with countless viewers questioning whether the appearance added anything meaningful to the competition. During the brief conversation, Meghan mentioned a spicy sambal and suggested Harry would enjoy it. The exchange itself was short, but the reaction afterward was enormous. Many commentators argued that the cooking competition should have remained focused on the contestants rather than introducing an unexpected celebrity video call in the middle of the episode. Television columnist Maureen Callahan was among those who questioned the decision. She suggested the cameo distracted from the people who had spent weeks preparing for the competition, saying the attention was suddenly pulled away from the chefs and redirected toward a completely different storyline. That criticism quickly evolved into broader speculation about why the moment was included at all. Some commentators believed the producers wanted an additional headline-grabbing moment, while others wondered if the cameo had always been part of the plan. There is no public evidence confirming how the appearance came together, but the discussion itself became almost as prominent as the episode.
Markle doesn't like food. And I'm someone who loves my food. You know, Meghan, I battle with my weight. I love my food. It's like my passion in life. And I can really pick out that Meghan Markle doesn't like food. She loves to drink, right? She's a big drinker. She always has a cocktail in hand, always has a wine in hand. Again, not attacking that. You know, I like a drink too. But I genuinely believe she is not a woman who likes food, who enjoys food. Food for her is some type of weird social status thing. And so, yes, those poor kids, no one wants to go out and forage for their dessert.
I wish you could try this. These dishes are fantastic.
I see.
Yes.
There's nothing like seeing a thumbnail size.
It's really delicious.
Plated
There's a hot sauce that,
dish
well, you know me, it's a sambal. And
over
it is
FaceTime.
So
we could stop
good.
it here.
I don't know.
This adds nothing to the show.
Ironically, what was likely intended as a light-hearted surprise ended up becoming one of the most debated moments of the entire broadcast. Instead of talking about the contestants' creativity or the dishes they prepared, much of the audience found itself discussing a brief FaceTime appearance that lasted only a few moments but managed to dominate headlines long after the credits rolled. The unexpected FaceTime appearance didn't just become another talking point, it ended up overshadowing much of the competition itself. many television commentators questioned why the spotlight suddenly shifted away from the contestants and toward Prince Harry. Instead of feeling like a natural addition, critics argued the call interrupted the flow of the episode at a moment when viewers were supposed to be focused on the cooking. Several reviewers suggested the cameo gave the impression that the attention needed to return to Megyn whenever it drifted elsewhere.
Hang on, have I interrupted something
Well,
important?
we are actually
Yeah,
in the
it's a
tasting all the
taping.
dishes. We have four
It's a
incredible cooks
competition
here. Aaron's
with
here,
food that's hot. It
back
needs to be
there,
tasted at a certain
Casper,
temperature. Oh my
Central.
God, these two are the worst.
Hi guys. It's amazing. They're so talented. We wish you were here. He's in Canberra right now with the veterans.
And the chandeliers in the background. That's
With the
very nice.
veterans.
Fancy the joints.
The footnote.
All out here. Your beautiful wife.
That you guys.
Whether that was the intention or not, it became one of the biggest discussions after the episode aired. Entertainment writers argued that the appearance seemed carefully designed to create another headline rather than enhance the competition itself. That criticism reflected a broader theme running through many of the reviews. Megyn had been invited as a guest on an established program, yet several commentators felt the episode increasingly revolved around her instead of the contestants competing for the title. Television columnist Maureen Callahan was among those who argued the balance of the show appeared to shift away from the competition and toward Megyn's presence. Critics also pointed to several smaller moments throughout the broadcast that they believed reinforced that impression. Every additional interaction, every walk across the set, and every conversation with contestants became another opportunity for viewers to debate whether too much attention was being placed on the celebrity guest rather than the chefs themselves. Even some production choices became part of the discussion.
I love this dish. I mentioned my husband is a real meat and potatoes kind of guy. This feels like the most elegant, elevated version of that. H would love this dish.
Oh, good. Oh, good. As long as H would love it. That's what they're all there for. As long as your tool of a husband would love it. O has to say to Megyn, because Megyn's clearly never even watched the show before. Like they're realizing this. Like they have to explain everything who were on that set where it was like, oh my God, like it was a heavy lift because she was supposed to be the central happening of the show. Her appearance is like the big moment of the season. And it didn't go that way. Like we had to like help her along.
Sharp-eyed viewers noticed a playful on-screen caption reading, "Make it sparkle," which some interpreted as an amusing coincidence while others wondered if it was an intentional reference. Regardless of the producer's intentions, that brief moment generated far more online conversation than anyone probably expected. Attention then shifted to another claim that circulated after the broadcast. According to reports discussed by entertainment commentators, Megyn's introduction may have been edited before the final version aired. Early reports suggested host Po Ling Yeow had originally welcomed Megyn using the word royalty. Later versions of the episode reportedly used different wording, describing her with broader terms, highlighting her public profile and charitable work instead.
This is nuts, Megyn, because, you know, the whole concept of Megyn's guest appearance was framed around the idea of a dish fit for a duchess. So it's like, what? That's okay. But describing you as royalty is not. Sandringham Summit was absolutely adamant in the fact that Megyn was not able to commercialize aspects of the British royal family. Yet my understanding, Megyn, is she's being paid for this MasterChef Australia experience. She wasn't doing this for altruistic reasons. She's not donating her fee to a charity. This is straight money in her pocket, and yet she used her Duchess title within it. So that is immediately a contravention of the Sandringham.
Those reports have fueled speculation about whether changes were made during post-production, although the exact reasons have never been publicly confirmed. Even with those reported adjustments, the discussion surrounding the episode showed little sign of slowing down. Another story that attracted significant attention involved reports claiming one of the judges became emotional behind the scenes during filming. Various entertainment publications repeated versions of that story, although details differed depending on the source. As with many behind-the-scenes reports, the full circumstances remain unclear, but the claim added another layer to an episode that was already generating extensive media coverage. For many commentators, however, the larger issue wasn't any single rumour. Instead, they argued the appearance produced a wave of conversations that extended well beyond the cooking itself. Days after the broadcast, articles, opinion pieces, and television segments were still discussing Meghan's performance, her interactions, and the overall presentation far more than the contestants' culinary achievements.
There's been a lot of reaction to this suggesting she can't go anywhere. She's a disaster tourist. She can't go anywhere where that doesn't bring up a tragedy, where she doesn't insert herself, or in this case, her family, right smack dab.
Given Meghan's track record, I am inclined to believe that these sources to New Idea are correct. She was simply trying to make Meghan feel comfortable, trying to be warm, and you saw that look, Meghan.
Then another debate emerged, this time about Meghan's own stories regarding her upbringing and relationship with food. As viewers revisited previous interviews, some noticed that different accounts appeared to emphasize different experiences. In one interview, Meghan spoke warmly about fresh home cooking and family meals. In others, she described being a latchkey child who often relied on quick takeaway meals or microwave dinners after school. Elsewhere, she recalled eating at casual restaurants, while other interviews highlighted visits to well-known establishments with her father. Those different stories immediately became the focus of comparison videos and online discussions. Supporters argued that people naturally have many childhood memories and that different interviews highlight different experiences. Critics, however, questioned whether the various accounts painted a fully consistent picture. That ultimately became the final controversy surrounding the MasterChef appearance. Rather than debating recipes or cooking techniques, much of the public conversation shifted toward Meghan's previous interviews and whether the different stories about her early life fit together. By the end of the week, the episode had become less about food and far more about public perception, consistency, and the image Meghan has built over the years.
This woman is really not oppressed. She's opportunistic.
MasterChef Australia taped in April during the couple's trip down under and aired this past Sunday. Meghan told the judging panel her relaxed cooking style comes from growing up surrounded by California's incredible produce, raised on farm-to-table meals with her mom as the household's incredible cook who had her watching cooking shows from an early age. Warm, aspirational, exactly the brand her lifestyle business is.
By the time the credits rolled, the conversation had moved far beyond a simple television appearance. What was supposed to be a chance to reinforce Meghan Markle's lifestyle brand instead became one of the most heavily discussed celebrity moments of the week. Whether people supported her or criticized her, almost everyone seemed to agree on one thing. This episode generated far more discussion than anyone expected. For many critics, the biggest issue wasn't a single recipe or one awkward answer. It was the contrast between the image that has been presented over the years and what viewers believed they saw on screen. They pointed to the hesitation when discussing cooking, the different stories about her childhood experiences with food, the unexpected Prince Harry cameo, and several interactions throughout the episode as reasons they felt the appearance didn't match the expectations built around her public brand.
Except on her own Netflix show, sitting across from Mindy Kaling in season 1 of With the Love of Meghan, she told a very different story. She was a latchkey kid, she said, raised on fast food and microwavable TV tray dinners with everything compartmentalized, and she named El Pollo Loco, Taco Bell, and Jack in the Box specifically because her mom loved their taco. In 2013, an Instagram post remembering lunches with her father after tap and ballet class at Musso and Frank, one of the most expensive all Hollywood restaurants in the city.
Commentators like Megyn Kelly and Maureen Callahan each offered their own interpretations of what happened, and their opinions quickly fueled even more debate across television, newspapers, podcasts, and online discussions. At the same time, plenty of viewers defended Meghan, arguing that a short television appearance doesn't tell the full story of someone's abilities or personality. Like many celebrity moments, the reactions ended up being deeply divided. Still, one thing is difficult to ignore. Instead of people talking about the contestants' incredible dishes, the creative challenges, or the winner of the competition, much of the attention centered on Meghan herself. Fairly or unfairly, her appearance became the headline, And every smile, pause, answer, and interaction was examined from every possible angle. The discussion also highlighted how difficult it can be for public figures to manage expectations.
So go back further and there's a third version. In a 2021 letter to Congress about paid parental leave, Megyn wrote that she grew up on the $4.99 salad bar at Sizzler and felt lucky her hardworking parents could afford it as something special.
When someone builds a brand around a particular image, audiences naturally compare every public appearance to that image. Even small moments can become major talking points once millions of viewers begin analyzing them frame by frame. Whether this MasterChef appearance ultimately helps or hurts Megyn's public image is something only time will answer. Some believe the criticism will quickly fade, while others think the episode will be remembered as one of the defining moments in the ongoing conversations surrounding her public career. Either way, it has certainly become another chapter that people will continue discussing for quite some time. Now, I'd love to hear what you think. Which moment stood out the most to you? Was it the conversation about her favourite family meal, the carrot top pesto, the surprise FaceTime call with Prince Harry, or something else entirely?
But you know, I'm Sussex now, Dan.
She was so mad. She hated that woman who introduced her. Po is actually a big name in Australia. She's beloved. She came through MasterChef. So she started off as a contestant. She's now a judge, really beloved in Australia. So obviously Megyn decided to hate her and decide that she's a real bitch. And she totally castigated Po behind the scenes for having introduced her as royalty.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I always enjoy reading what you have to say. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who follows royal news and celebrity drama, and subscribe so you don't miss any future updates. There are plenty more stories on the way, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. And before you leave, make sure to click the next video that's about to appear on your screen. If you enjoy celebrity controversies, royal headlines, and the biggest entertainment stories making waves online, that's the perfect one to watch next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.